Flu season is here. Sleeves up. Book your flu shot at shoppersdrugmart.ca/flu.
Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Dina Pugliese, Tammy Sutherland, Sid Sixero here with you. There's two news stories we just kind of want to let breathe here and talk about a little bit. Yesterday afternoon, when word came down that 2 rockets landed in Poland, I think the world collectively stopped breathing for a second. And we were waiting to see what the details were. Look, if these were Russian rockets, if it was anything close to intentional with what's going on in Ukraine, this is a big, big deal in terms of NATO. We can now tell you, as Tammy's been telling you all morning, I'll reiterate, Joe Biden says the missiles that landed in Poland, and he killed 2 people, were unlikely to have been fired from Russia because of its trajectory. There's also reports saying that they were missile defense missiles from the Ukraine. At the end of the day, listen, this is still a very dangerous situation because Russia are terrorists and terrorizing Ukraine. But Tammy, in terms of what we thought could happen here, whew.
I know, it's a big sigh of relief in the end, because once we saw that yesterday, one thing that started trending right away online was the fact that NATO's treaty, Article 5 of NATO's treaty, means that if you attack one of our members, you attack all of us, and that's when, you know, the response will kick into another gear, a gear that we don't want to see.
No.
And so hearing that the Polish president this morning saying that this looks like it is an unfortunate accident in the end, you kind of can take that sigh of relief. But NATO's still saying that Russia is to blame in general just because of the fact that they began this invasion.
And they're right.
And this is why it's called doom scrolling. We were all guilty of it, texting each other yesterday.
It was rough online yesterday. It was
Instantly
rough.
trending, Article 5, World War III. You want to talk escalation? Thank goodness, or we hope, cooler heads prevail in offices and whoever's in NATO, these governing leaders, because if you judge that as a litmus test, everybody went there right away in terms of escalation. And that's the opposite that needs to happen because it's a lose-lose.
It is. It's a lose-lose for all of us because all our lives changed dramatically. With that said, like, it was a moment yesterday where 99% of the time, I understand why people run for public office. Like, why some people believe they have the ego to be the president or prime minister of their country.
To affect change.
It's celebrity, but most of the time it's celebrity, it's ego. Yesterday I said to myself, boy, am I glad I'm not in on this meeting. Boy, am I glad I'm not the one at the table who has to decide whether or not you're going to let Putin get away with this. We thought at the time.
It's too big.
But this is not over. That Russia has been super. I mean, they're terrorists in this act, and they've also been lazy about it. These missiles don't go straight. So who knows if this is the last one of these? We'll see. Hopefully it is. There's too much at stake. So that was at this moment. Yeah. The other story yesterday, as Tammy's telling you again, he's back.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
In the surprise speech to no one. I was like, maybe he's saying he's just going to retire. No. If anything, does it show his resilience? Because look what he's been through. People are saying, remember the red wave that was supposed to happen? Didn't happen, and yet here he is still. So the Republican Party right now it's very divided onto itself. So people are saying, what's he even doing at this point? Why is he bothering? Because he never wants to lose.
No.
And he thinks he's going to win.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it resilience or delusion?
Right.
Because the Republican Party is saying, please, first off, if you are going to run again, don't announce it right now, not at the moment. He says, forget it, I'm doing it anyway. And now we have other people that are coming to the fold. Mike Pence, we see, who is promoting a new book, by the way, but is starting to be a little bit more chatty, talking to media outlets about January 6th. We have Ron DeSantis in Florida as well. That could be another person on that Republican ticket.
He's threatened by him for sure, because Trump said he has dirt on him that he's not afraid to share.
Please. Oh, he doesn't have dirt on Trump? Right. Ron DeSantis of Florida doesn't have dirt on Donald Trump? Let's not play that game,
twice.
Donald.
Ongoing current criminal investigations. Right?
This guy doesn't scare me anymore. He really doesn't. Did you see the statement Ivanka Trump put out last night, right after that? She wants no part of this run. She's out. The family members are running for the lifeboats.
Wow.
Donors are running for the lifeboats. The Republican Party, with him as the de facto face, have got their clock clean now in 3 straight elections. The 2018 midterms, the 2020 presidential election, with all those recounts, Trump lost all of them, and just last week in the United States. Trump was the face of all of that. At January 6th, to what we just saw, the Republican Party are not going to lean on this guy again. I don't know if it's going to be DeSantis, but there's no way they're going run for a fourth time around the track with a perennial loser, which is Donald Trump. He's always about, we're winning. We're going to do so much winning. The guy's got his butt handed to him 3 straight times.
Or is he saving his skin so that he doesn't have to go through the criminal investigations that are
that's
right
part
now
of it.
involving him?
The other part of it is every time he runs for president, you know what he does? He makes money.
Right.
The fundraising, do you want to know his end game on most things?
Money in his pocket.
Dollar
Yes.
bills.
So in 4 minutes, that's what's happening on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what's happening.
right, to
Also,
summarize.
what's happening on Earth, the World Cup, which begins Sunday in Qatar, when the host nation take on Ecuador, and then it begins. Major stories on the field, a lot of stories off it. Where are you with this? Because I'm conflicted. 1-866-267-3797. That's the other info. More BT coming up after this.